What's up, folks? Working on your neck and your upper back pain. Now, for a lot of us, not me, obviously, but for a lot of people out there in the world, you have such a chronic slouch going on. Your traps are getting horribly overstretched. They're horribly weak, horribly fibrotic. They have a lot of chronic pain. What we can do is, first off, we have to understand that when we're doing mobility mobility does not mean flexibility. It's not just about increasing your range of motion. That's a single facet of a multitude of other facets that we're working on with mobility. But really, simply put, we're trying to improve the strength through range of motion. All right? Flexibility is how far can a stretch joint for the sake of stretching the joint. Mobility is how well can you deadlift in such a way that you will never hurt your back. Do you understand the difference? If we get a nice broad band and you want to use something, so this is the MiraFit number 6, the number 5 would also work really well. Maybe even the number 4, as they're quite broad, but they're very cheap bands. They are relatively weak. But the reason why we want to do this, we're actually going to use this on our head, and we're going to create some contractions back there. So maybe after doing like upper back rollout, massaging out the back of my head, I can do this just to help to stimulate some tension and strength in the back of my neck to help me really pull things back so that things are much more comfortable, things are a lot stronger and able to support my posture much more effectively. And this can help massively with headaches, especially if you find that doing overhead exercise makes you get a headache. So if you find that happens, try doing this periodically, maybe twice a day, every day for a couple of weeks, and see how well that affects your exercise. But really simple. I'm going to take this, if you wear glasses, as I do, take them off. Otherwise, it'll get very uncomfortable. I'm going to put this just around the back of my head. I'm going to move my mic, so it's just there. And I want to put this around the back of my head, hold it down with an appropriate amount of tension. So fiddle around with this, find out where can I actually hold it so that I can effectively pull my head back. And all I want to do is think about taking my head back and forth. It's almost like I'm doing the chicken dance with my head. So I'm not really thinking so much about rotating, but rather I'm taking it back and forth. Otherwise, what happens if I do this, my head's round, the band is going to slide off your head if you curl it around too much, right? So I put this around, sorry about that. So I take that around. How much would I want to do? I would probably go for about 20 reps or build up to 20 reps. Now, if you have a really tight, really weak neck, of course, use less tension on that. You're in control of that. But don't go for a smaller band because it's too small, like this one here. It's just not going to stay in place on your head. That's why it needs to be quite broad. And you can also do the same thing going forward. You can do this in any position you want to. But literally put this across your forehead, lean down like so, and just pull that down. Same thing, 20 reps, just pulling that through to help stimulate some strength in the front of the neck because that probably needs some strengthening as well. Super easy. So give that a go if you have neck, shoulder, upper back issues, especially if you slouch a lot, and that's going to help you a ton. If you suffer with chronic pain, chronic injuries, athletic injuries, I have got you covered. My name is Ethan Hammond, and I am a strength and rehab specialist. I work with people who want to return to sport and fitness, but feel that they can't because of pain and injuries. I've helped people with conditions such as lower back pain, ACL tears, shin splints, neck pain and chronic headaches, and so many more things. Now, a lot of you will be going through things like this, like what I just listed above, and you're saying that you cannot train anymore. Bullshit. You have got to train, and you've got to train right. Train or complain, that is the way this works. Now, I work in person in Southampton, England, but I have online services as well if you're a bit further out. And I also offer free consultations to get you started with a free game plan and strategy for getting out of pain. All you have to do is to send me a text or a WhatsApp message to 07 305 231 339, and I will personally get back to you in the next 24 hours to get you started on the road to proper recovery. If you are serious about leveling up and making real change, this is how you start.